and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is a bit of a project I've got on. It is a BSA bantam. I've had it a few years now, but I think it's about time that I got round to actually doing something. As you can see from here, it is it's a D10, so that'll be a 3-speed box. I think what I've got to do now is probably have a look through all the bits, see what I've got, and probably give it a good clean. As you can see from here, it's got compression, so that's good. I think my plan is to get it running and then probably do a bit of a restoration job on it, so yeah. like off a lift, on a lift. So I think what we'll do next is we'll try and sort this wiring out, have a look at the diagram and try and get it hooked up so we can see if we can try and get a spark. That's what we'll do next. I've got this battery here. It is a 7 amp hour. It's probably a little bit big for what we need, but I didn't pay anything for it, so we can use this for testing purposes and see where we go from there. Right, so I've had a look at the wiring diagram. That's your positive. That's your earth. I've also noticed I've got a cable there with no connector on. So I think we're going to put some of them on now and double check that I've got everything wired up right. Just thought I'd put a bit of heat shrink on there as well, make it look a bit tidier. That's my live. I think we'll chop that off. Bit of heat shrink again. Put that back onto there, like that. That's my earth. So just pull that off there. Heat shrink. We might need a tad more off that. Plug that into there. There we go. Right. Now that should be all wired once I've got the battery in for ignition only. So I think we'll get the battery on now and we'll check for a spark. Well, I've got the battery in. As you can see, it's probably a little bit too big for the battery holder. Bit of background on this. It's been sat, I've had it about 10 years. Before that it was sat about 20 years, so it's not been ran for around 30 years I'd say. I've never had it started, but when I first got it I did get a wiring loom, new regulator rectifier, which is there. I've actually converted it to 12 volt. I've not finished it, but I've just remembered that's actually wired for positive earth, as you can see. So I've just double checked all that. All my wiring is right. So I think what we'll do now, we'll check we've got a spark, get a tester on it, we'll check for everything, and we'll go from there. Right, so I've got the spark plug out. We'll give it a kick, so you can see a spark. Right, nothing at all on that. So, I think next point of call, I'll have a look at the points. So I think first thing we'll do is give them a bit of a clean. I'll probably be changing them anyway, but I haven't got any. Usually I use a bit of emery cloth in there, but I haven't got anything at the moment, so I think I'll just use a very small little file. So we'll just open them up and give them a bit of a clean. I've disconnected the battery for this, otherwise I'll be getting a bit of a jolt probably. There's quite a lot of crud on them, well, it has been sat for a while. Right, I think we'll just put the battery back on. We'll see what we're getting. You can see that very well. But, oh, did you see that? Just open that up slightly. See it? Can't see anything up at the spark plug. Nope, nothing at all. Fuse is okay. Let's check all the terminals. It should be sparking. There we go. That's sparking really well now. So I think what we'll do now, we'll put a bit of fuel down there and we'll run it up, kick it over, see if we can get it to bang and pop a little bit. ratio of 35:1 premix. What do you think will happen? Maybe it will go, maybe not. Soon find out. Right, that's all connected back up. Let's get a kick. Right, well that did something. So I think what we'll do now, I think we'll hook up a temporary fuel tank. We'll see if it runs off the carb, shall we? If not, we'll strip that down and have a look into that, but we'll see what happens. Right, so I made this up. It's actually of an old scooter. Normally I hang it off the handlebar. Got a little stopcock on it. So that goes on there like that. Gives you your gravity as well. Need to buy some more of this. Right, give the carb a bit of a tickle. Tickle, tickle, tickle. What are we thinking? Put a bit of choke on. Nope, nothing. Right, we'll get it off the stand and get a bit of a better kick on it. Let's try again. Nope, nothing. Right, I've had a look around. You see a problem? That's come off here. Right. Let's try it now. well, it runs. It was a bit of a fueling issue, so I think we'll leave it there for today. We'll probably strip the carb down next time. Thank you. Well, I found a problem. I've checked my wiring. It's been that long since I've did it. I got the poles backwards. It wasn't negative earth, it was actually positive earth, sorry, it was actually negative earth. The coil got really hot and popped the fuse. So, I put a new fuse in and let's see if it will run now. So there we go. Couple of little issues. Not running quite right, so I think the car will probably definitely do with clean out. I want to change the gearbox oil and basically just go through the wiring again. But I think I'll probably do that, try and get it running nice as possible. But I think it's strip down time. And start to basically clean up the bike, get it all painted up, do the wheels, change the headstock bearings, wheel bearings, and basically try and make a nice bike out of it. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.